What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Rafi16 here, and wow, what? Like, you guys don't know how excited I am. So I just got done watching Juni Taisen episode 11, and I couldn't be more pleased with the outcome of this war. Like, honestly, I already knew, like, you know, if you match up like who dies in what order and reverse it like in the ending, then you knew that my sign, my boy, Nozomi-chan was gonna win. Oh my god. Honestly, this was such a great episode that I'm like, I finally have to make a Juni Taisen video. So, let's get into it. We kick off this episode right where we left off last week. Ox had just finished like taking care of Tiger, R.I.P. Tiger. I really enjoyed her character, and you know, this is honestly so sad because we get the revelation that Ox kind of remembered her and he would have wanted to have a drink with her. That's messed up because, as we all know, Tiger drank a lot, and like, damn man, I felt so bad. I'm like, wow, this is so ironic. But yeah, so after we're done with that, Ox is like planning on like how to take down Rabbit, which, as we know, killed himself, and now he's like, he came back to life. He's controlling his own body, and that's crazy. Honestly, nobody in this show like has regular human limitations. If you guys really think about it, like, this is crazy. All the warriors have had an ace up their sleeve, and they've actually like been taking advantage of everything. Like, they took advantage of the Juni Taisen. None of these people are normal human beings. Like, their skills are, well, otherworldly, honestly. So yeah, Ox is like, damn, everybody else has had extraordinary abilities, and like, he's the only one, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shocked. He said he's the only one that doesn't have anything like that. Like, he's just been killing everybody like a regular human. Like, he's just been stabbing. He's just excessively good at swordplay, and he's very systematic. Like, I know Ushi, Warrior, the Ox, killing systematically. He's been telling us all this time, like, he's just been thinking about doing the right thing and doing it. And that's pretty much what he's been doing, honestly. So, we actually get to see the Rabbit. He's actually put himself back together this episode, and he's disgusting. Like, he has a piece of, like, all the fighters that he's killed, he has them all embedded in his body, and he become like a grotesque beast. Like, he's just disgusting. And he just came to, he's like, I'm gonna win. He doesn't care. Like, I don't think he cares about the wishes. That's what Ox was thinking too, because he's dead, so how can you grant a wish for a dead body? Honestly, I think he just took so much pleasure in killing that that's all that clouded his mind. Like, he just wanted to kill everybody. So we get that. They actually start fighting, and like, Ox chopped off his leg. He cut off, I think, one of his arms, I think it was. But out of nowhere, I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked, because I already knew who the winner was gonna be, and we get the answer this episode. But when Monkey jumped out of the damn Rabbit corpse, I was like, oh my god, he's done. I was like, how the hell are things gonna play out from this point on? So Monkey jumps out of the Rabbit corpse, pins Ox down, and he's like, okay, I lost. Like, he already knew there was only one way to get out of that situation, because there was still, well, he didn't know that there was still 2 warriors. He didn't know how many was still left, but he's like, oh god, Rabbit, like, no, he was actually thinking like, okay, Monkey could actually kill me and crush my arms and my legs right now if she really wanted to, but Rabbit is putting himself back together in the background, because he wants to kill Ox. He wanted to kill Ox and make him his slave too. And that's crazy. So he attempts to commit suicide, because that's the only solution he actually felt was the right one. And that's when Monkey like headbutts the crap out of his mouth and breaks some of his teeth. She was not gonna let him freaking commit suicide. So he's giving up hope. He's like, oh my god, like, there's only one more person. He starts thinking about it, like who it could be. And right when he's thinking about it, you see my boy, my Zodiac sign, Nozomi-chan, walking up. And he's like, Nozomi-chan, killing all. He came, and to my surprise, honestly, I thought he was gonna take down the ox like with his sword, but he's like, oh, we have to be thankful to the tiger. She killed sheep and allowed me to get this. And what does he pull out? The bomb that the sheep was planning on using to win the Juni Taisen. Nozomi-chan actually found it, and like he's ready. He's gonna blow them up. He's gonna win. So realizing this, Ox, he accepts defeat, and like Nozomi-chan he's just so beast. He's like, any last words? Ox is like, no, none. He would rather like the sign of the rat, actually win compared to Rabbit's evil. So Nozomi-chan puts the bomb on the floor and walks right away. And I'm like, wow, I didn't picture it being this way, but I couldn't be any happier that my son won, honestly. So yeah, so everybody blows up. Nozomi-chan is considered the winner, and he's sitting across the table from that clap your hands guy, which is pretty much, I think, the orchestrator behind all this. Like, I know they're betting like stuff, but he's the one, I think, that is like he's the one that sets the things like into motion. So Nozomi-chan won, clearly. The sign of the rat is the best. What can I say? And yeah, like Nozomi-chan, like the guy's asking him questions. He's like, do you care to do an interview for the rest of the people that come after you, like the rest of the Juni Taisen warriors, so they can have this on record? And Nozomi-chan says no, and he starts walking away. He gets into the elevator, and he just suddenly falls. Like, he's like, and Nozomi-chan apparently dies. But as to my surprise, he ends up back in the chair. So he walks away again. He tells him no again, and he walks away. He dies another way. He comes back, walks away, dies again, comes back, walks away, dies again, and he does this 100 times. So we find out in this episode, his power is to pretty much rewind, like pretty much he gets 100 restarts. Well, he lives 100 lives in like a second, he says. And whichever option is the best one for him, that's the one he takes. So we get revealed in this episode that he has 100 paths of Nozomi-chan, and he actually only had one path that led to his victory in the Juni Taisen, and he took full advantage of that. He said the other 99 times he ended up dying or he didn't win, which in turn would end up in his death too. He said, what did he say? After dying 100 times, like trying to walk away from the chairman guy, he established that he had a 60% chance of walking out of this alive, which is better than the 1% chance he had in the Juni Taisen. And yeah, so he starts talking to the guy. He agrees to answer his questions. He explains to him that he has 100 paths, and that's how he won. He only had one path to take, and that's the one he took after living through 100 times. And that's why seemingly he's always exhausted. We get explained in this episode too. And like, wow, this guy is crazy. Like, he was trying to figure out how to get out of there, because honestly he doesn't like being bothered. I like that too, because honestly sometimes I feel like that. But once again, like, he would have ended up dying, which is kind of crazy, because I feel like once you win the Juni Taisen, you still haven't won. Like, I feel like they just want to get rid of you. He actually says that there are some paths, one in which he became friends with Tora, the tiger, but he still didn't win that one. And there was even one where he befriended the rabbit, and clearly he wasn't going to win that one either, because I don't think he's good at fighting, sadly. I thought he was going to be a beast, but we see in like one of his paths that he tries to attack the chairman and somebody just blows his head off. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. The censorship in this episode was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the scenes were like half black and half the rest of the picture. It's kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. I would have liked to see it like regularly. What else? Nozomi-chan, he has to lock in. I believe to lock in in order to focus on the path he wants to take, he has to say lock in. And the chairman's like, oh, so most people like had an advantage over you, but you had the biggest advantage over them because most people can't look left and right at the same time, but it seems like you can do that. And he's like, yeah, that's oversimplifying it, but that's pretty much what it can do. So he tells him the truth. Oh, and we find out that the people are actually betting countries in the Juni Taisen, which is kind of weird to me. So the rat actually ends up telling him like everything that he wants to know, but he gets his information that he wanted to, and he actually walks away in this by the end of this episode. And yeah, that's where the episode ends, guys. Like, he walks away. Next week, we have another episode, so that's kind of interesting to me because I thought this was gonna be the end. We still have to see what Rat's one wish is, and honestly, I have no idea what it can be. Honestly, we know he hates peace. We know he won the Juni Taisen by riding pretty much on the ox's back, like in the real Zodiac, like the Chinese Zodiac race, the actually like myth or like tale. The rat wins the Zodiac race, and that's because he rode on the ox's back, and he just jumped off at the last second. And that's pretty much what he did this time, too. In a way, he waited for the ox to get everybody together and take care of most of the people. Like the rabbit and the ox, they took care of everybody. I'm not gonna lie, they bodied almost everybody. And he just waited for them to just be in one spot. He was not gonna beat the monkey. The monkey is too strong. He wasn't gonna beat the rat. The rabbit is too out of this world. Like, this guy is crazy. And yeah, like, this was such a good episode. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Like, that's my sign. We get to see what his power is. I love this power. I love this episode. It was just so good, man. Like, I can't wait for next week. I'm thinking of doing like a next week's episode review, and then like another separate video talking about like the series as a whole, and like things, and like dissecting it pretty much, like breaking it down. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and pretty much I'm gonna end the video here. Don't forget to smash that like button. Comment your opinions down below. What did you guys think about this week's episode? What do you guys think about Nozomi-chan's power? And yeah, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm just so freaking ecstatic. Alright, boys. Peace.